The GOP has another type of AI. It's called arrogance and ignorance. Okay? Seriously. I think that one of the biggest mistakes that they've made is believing that they can assume some sort of mandate with their own base. They're going to close their hospitals. They're going to cut back money from the VA. They're going to cut back all sorts of things that honestly, we saw it coming 1,000 miles away on the left, but on the right, they're just shocked and bewildered. They're escorting their own base out of town hall meetings. They're doing this. They're trying to chop up 800 billion, almost $1 trillion, out of their own marketplace. I could see if they were targeting the blue and be like, yeah, we're gonna get those cities. No, they're cutting their own tails off. It sort of reminds me of that song by George Clinton, America Eats Its Young. It's like, what? You're going to cause thousands of deaths and plenty of people. Now, I know you freaked out by that, but I'm not here to freak you out. I'm not here to alarm you. I'm here to arm you. That's the alarmist left trying to do this. Here's what I want to give you some assurity on. They're going to have a hard time doing that. But Darren, did you hear what clause they had in the bill? Yeah, I've heard several clauses, and you know what? I don't care. Because at the end of the day, the judicial branch is the third branch of government. And they have every single right, every right, every right to interpret the law and shut it down. And they've done that for the last 22 weeks. So they're going to read into this one. And if you're talking about cutting budgets of 70% of the United States, the states, 70% Medicaid budgets, people are going to die. And the judicial branch is going to read into that. Understand, the legislator makes the laws, the executive enforces the laws, not just throw these executive orders. They enforce the laws that are there instead of trying to tear laws down like this idiot Trump does. But then when we talk about the third part, they interpret the law. Okay? They interpret it. You're not going to go in there and just expect them not to read in on it. They're waiting. On top of that, the ACLU and other nonprofits are waiting. On top of that, you have 23 states in the union that are Democratic that have been suing and are currently in several lawsuits, including 14 of those states, including my great state here in Illinois, who are going after Elon Musk and Doge, even though Elon Musk is officially out of the government, whatever. They're going after him through the Trump administration, with Judge Chutkan, the judge from the Insurrection Act, put all them people in jail. Real talk. It's happening. So when you see this type of absolute arrogance that exists, and you wonder how in the world could they possibly even think of doing this, remember this. We have a judicial branch. We have 23 states on our side who have been fighting for 22 weeks. And the third part of that is the nonprofits, the ACLU, who and other organizations, thousands of organizations who've been fighting this. We're a rebel nation, and we ain't taking this. Fact. We ain't playing this. What I want all of you to get into your mind of is start checking people around you. You know, this is what I teach people in my clarity group. You need to check the toxicity around you. You're not going to break down. You're not going to come in here and become a toxic area. In my group, in the clarity group, because I tell people straight up, okay, you got to disassociate yourself, disconnect yourself from the toxicity that's out there that Trump is manipulating people with. Now, either they get it or they don't. There are those who get it, those who don't. Be the one that gets it, work with the ones that do, meaning the narrative. Understand the narrative. As I record this, he's talking about bombing Iran. He's talking about there's sleeper cells in Iran. There's all this stuff He wants you worked the fuck up. That is his specialty. And the people, his minions, are working with it too. So calm the hell down. Realize there's a judicial branch. There's 23 states and who've been suing and winning. And there's also a nonprofit sector of ACLU all the way to Indivisible who are fighting this in every way possible. And when we look at the last 22 weeks, right now as I record this, he's 11 and 92. That means out of 103 cases, he's lost 92. That also means that whatever comes out of the big, beautiful bill, he's going to get knocked down, because if they try to destroy the very core of America, the judicial branch and the United States are coming in. And you're doing all this is where the arrogance comes in. You're doing all of that for a bunch of billionaires, and we know it. If there was anything that Democratic Congress ever did right, that was one of the few things they've done right in the last 22 months, and that is brand the idea to people, MAGA and liberal alike, that this guy's coming for your benefits and get ready to shut you down. Whether you're a veteran, whether you're a person, whether you're an air breather. I mean, seriously. Anti-air breather law and rule. Realize what's going on. It's going to be okay, because the more they poke at us is the more we stand up to them and poke back. Going to be all right. Join my Diamond membership for $7.99 here at YouTube. Or if you want the Diamond membership, the 2 to 3 lives I do every week, as well as the ability to email me directly and ask questions, all you got to do is go to my channel homepage and click the link and go to the Clarity group, okay? You know what to do. By the way, all that stuff's in my description as well, okay? Love y'all. Hang in there. Don't panic.